Hello, in this tutorial we are going to learn about null aware assignment operator and null aware access operator. In null aware assignment operator, we define it using double question mark and equals. In this example, we are taking a variable input which is nullable. Now, if we want to do it with a more shorthand approach, we can use null aware assignment operator. You see in this line number 16, input double question mark is equal to test. If the value of the input is null, then we are going to assign it the value test2, and if we want to print it, just see the console. Here we get the value test because it is right now the value has been already given on the line number 11. Now we comment it, and here you see the value in the input variable is test2, and previously it is null. Because input variable can be null, we have defined it as a nullable variable. Here for null aware access operator, we are taking a list variable which is we are again naming it as input. We are going to give this value in array value. Here you can see it printed 1 and 1. Now if I comment the line number 13, we are going to get an error because Dart identifies for us that this line number 20 could be nullable. So that's why it is giving us the error that the property we are trying to access for this list might not be available because the variable can be null. Now how can I access the property of the variable of a model of anything? We need to use question mark before accessing the property of the variable. Here we have the variable list of type list. Now here we are getting the error on line number 20 because it can be the null. So while we comment the line number 20 and we check the value using the question mark, we get the null. This time we didn't receive any error, the crash on Dart. Why? Because we are making sure that if the value is the null, then it will return us the null in the print function. Remember, the question mark before accessing the property will make sure that if the value is null, then we are going to get null in overall expression. Now we are going to take a variable of type int. This variable is not nullable, so we need to give it a value. We cannot give it a null value. So if we want to give this variable the length of this list, we need to do it with the null aware access operator and with the help of if null operator, which is double question mark. So you see now the value in the length of layers is 0. In some cases we are going to use var data type. In that case, every property can be nullable because var can have the null value. I am going to show this in this example here. Now you see if I am printing the value of the data with the field value of test key, it is returning us test value, and if we am using test key 2, it is giving us null. It did not give us any error. Why? Because var data type can have null values. But let's say if we are using Firebase and we have to deal with map data key map data type, then it cannot have null values, or either we need to give it as a nullable variable. Now I am taking the variable with the data type of map. I am making this variable nullable. Now when I try to print it, it will not give us any error because that ensures that it has already initialized this variable with some values. But if I have not given it any value, it gives us error. So now we can use this question mark before the indexing the key values. Now it will not give us any issue, it will give us null value. This question mark null aware access operator is very helpful when you are accessing the properties of the value of the variables that can be null. That's it for today. Wait for the next video.